I am not from here, so I will speak slowly so my accent doesn't get in the way. I've been listening to you for 6 months, listening to you on YouTube, and it's about asking. Asking, but I want to be sure that what I'm asking the right thing for me, not asking something that is going, at the end of the day, going to be bad.
You're not trusting your asking?
At the beginning I was, and the more time is going by, I'm getting doubt.
Well, you're asking from wherever you are, and you're going to continue to refine your asking, that's certain, but why the doubt?
I think that many things are getting in the way. At the beginning, it was really clear. I've been in a relationship for like 17 years, and when I started, it was clear that I wanted to get out of it. But time is passing by. The person is not really getting out of the way, and it's like I'm staying.
That's what we were talking about in the very first words that we spoke today. That when what you're living is different than what you believe you are asking for, your attention on what you've got keeps it from changing, because you're broadcasting based upon what you're giving your attention to. And so if you've come to a sort of conclusion that this isn't working, then you're perpetuating that. So you have to find some way of seeing it more as you want it to be. So we know what you are really reaching for. We're going to ask you to speak it here in a moment. But what you're doing is what a lot of people do. You're trying to define the specific actions that you think must take place in order to get what you are wanting. And we want you to just for a moment focus upon the essence of what you're wanting. So what is it you're really looking for in the releasing of this relationship? What is the feeling that you want?
Love, you know.
And freedom, and greater ease.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's a nice thing to notice that when we ask you with our laser,
I can feel it.
when we ask you what it is that you want, because we shine a light on what you want, where you are in comparison with what you want, you feel it in a stronger way, don't you? But in a moment of really knowing what you don't want, you are able to more clearly speak about what you do want. Yes?
I know clearly what I want, and I wrote it last night.
Speak it.
I write it all the time, and it's clear. And I know that I want, you know, that kind of love that sweep you off your feet, that makes you feel in peace, that makes you feel
yes, we do.
Good with yourself.
Yes,
and
we do.
You don't have to be a certain way, you just have to be the person that you are.
Would it trouble you if we said to you, but you're looking for that love in all the wrong places? You're looking at it through an individual instead of going directly to the source who is flowing it to you. And that feeling of being in love with a person or being loved by a person is you just giving that person credit for your alignment.
I don't want to be in love with that person.
We know that.
Okay, I'm no longer in love.
But you want to replace that person with one that'll work out better.
Yes.
And we don't want you to replace that person with a person. Okay. We want you to find connection, and then from that connection, the person will come. The realness of what you're living is making you not find connection with who you are.
Sometimes I think I have it.
Certainly.
Sometimes I feel connected, and at this moment,
just not when you're talking about that subject. That subject drives you right off the bridge.
Exactly. When I'm not thinking about it, then I'm just thinking about the feeling where I want to be, like the way I would be if this was in my life. That's at this moment I see people apparently that are in the situation I would like to be in. I don't know if I'm clear.
Yes, you are clear.
And is that good or?
We're going to approach this from just a little different perspective here, because Esther had that with Jerry, that gooey, wonderful. And then Jerry made his transition in a non-physical rat bastard that he is. Well, we just said that to emphasize that Esther did not think that that was a good idea whatsoever. Whatsoever. And if she had had control of his life experience, he would still be sitting right here. So, Esther had experienced it, and she related that wonderful experience of being loved and being in love with this person. And then when he wasn't here in the format that he had been before, so she couldn't use his behavior and his relationship with her as her reason to be in that state of alignment. She had to find that state of alignment another way, and she didn't find it by looking for another person to replace that. You see what we're getting at?
Yes.
Because that's irreplaceable. But she did find her alignment, and that feeling of well-being, and that feeling of love, and that feeling of beauty in the world, and it all came back to her. And it was surprising to her because she had related all of that wonderfulness to that relationship, and that's not where it is. It's nice if someone behaves in a way that it makes it easy for you not to lose your connection, but we don't want you to need another person for it to be there. You can accomplish it. Now, we have to say, it was actually easier for Esther to accomplish it in the absence of what she had lived with and loved so much for so long than it is for you to live in the presence of something that feels the opposite of that. But it's not so different, is it? Because what you're reaching for, what you want to find, is connection to source. So the way it goes with most people is, if you behave in these ways, then I will feel loved, and in feeling loved I'll be in alignment. And we say, no, it's the other way. It's that in alignment I will find love. In alignment, then I find love. And there are so many ways, you do it so often, to find that alignment, that sometimes, now we know that you've decided that this is not where you want it to play out, and we are not in any way encouraging or pushing for any of that. But we do want to say that once you find that alignment, it will show up for you quickly. Once you find it and sustain it, it must come. No one has ever wanted anything more than you want this. We can feel the intensity with which you want it. And when you want something as much as you want that, it doesn't take very much allowing for you to catch a glimpse, and then another glimpse, and then another glimpse, and then another glimpse, and then another glimpse. And before long, you're on that path of unfolding, you see.
How to stay there and not go back all the time to what?
You see, we could feel that. Did you feel her get zapped? And did you feel her find her alignment? And you clicked right into it easily, you see. And so then we just paused for a moment, and you were wise enough not to take another run at it, because right now you're feeling the very thing that you're wanting to feel. And but what you're saying, we want to amplify what you're saying because it is so good. This alignment, this receptive mode, is delicious. It is intertwining with source. It's allowing your inner being to be with you in the moment and feel the fullness of everything, even what we were describing as with the deliciousness of food on your tongue. It's a lovely, 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 lovely thing to be in alignment with source energy. But when you sustain that and those thoughts turn to things, we're with you. Those things are definably more. And what we mean by this is, you all are here as masters of creation here in physical form. And in no way are we trying to get you to be in love with the absence of a lover. We want that lover to come to you. We're just telling you what's got to come first. And once that lover comes, you're going to like it really a lot. This is a good time for a segment of refreshment.